चार्थे तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदं यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि तुण्डे ताण्डविनीरतिं वितनुते तुण्डावली लब्धये कर्णाक्रोडकदम्बिनी घटयते कर्णार्बुदेभ्यः विहाम् चेतः प्राङ्गणसङ्गिनी घटयते सर्वेन्द्रियाणां नो जाने जनिता कियद्भिरमृतैः कृष्णेति वर्णद्वयी कृष्णेति वर्णद्वयी आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे पठामि संस्कृतं नित्यं वदामि संस्कृतं सदा वन्दे प्रकरणं please keep yourself mute. Hare Krishna. Welcome everybody to our regular Sanskrit class. Tomorrow is Janmashtami, so there won't be any class tomorrow. Today we are reading Paribhasha Prakaranam. So we spoke about Ditvam, Krdanta, Tadhitam. What we discussed yesterday, how long? Nishtha, Prakriti, Pratyayah, Padam, Pratipadikam, Vibhakti, Sandhi.
But up to Vibhakti. Now Sandhi will start.
Okay. So Tadhitam, you understood what is Tadhitam? T Sangya, you understood or not? Tell me. We explained actually T Sangya. T is the last letter. That is called T Sangya. See, Shabdana.
Achotyandyadi T. It is Sutrani. It is written first number.
Very good. Shabdanam antima swaranam T Sangya bhavati. Shabdah vyanjanantah bhavati chet vyanjana yuktasya antima varnasya T Sangya bhavati. So suppose Ananta is the word. If we do T Sangya, then Na and Ta plus A, these three will be eliminated. An will remain. Anta will be eliminated. So the last letter, it may consist a vowel or may not. But that last letter will be eliminated. Suppose it is Aman. The word is Aman. Na will be eliminated along with the A before existing. So will remain. Ma will become Halanta. The last An will be eliminated. This is T Sangya. Is it clear for everybody? Nobody is saying anything.
Yeah, yes.
So if you write down, you will immediately understand what I said. Huh? अचुंत्यादि टी। अंतिम अच जो वर्ण होगा, अंतिम स्वर वर्ण के साथ जो व्यंजन वर्ण, दोनों ही चला जाएगा, इसका नाम टी। लेकिन अंत में, जैसे सागर नाम है किसी का, सागर, तो एट द एंड रा इज देयर, अर, so both will go away, that is t sanya. Okay, now let's see tadhitam. Tadhit is one of the last chapter of grammar where we derive words, and we come across with many tadhit words in Bhagavad Gita. Kaunteya, the son of Kunti, Kaunteya. Saralata is a quality, is a adjective, is an adjective. But Saralyam, the gun, Saralata and Saralyam, both are equivalent, but Saralyam is a tadhitanta shabd. Saralta is tadhitanta shabd. Kaunteya, Dasharathi, Vasudev. Vasudevasya apatyam puman is equal to Vasudeva. So Vasudev and Vasudev has only one difference, a. So Vasudev is a tadhit word. Kaunteya, Dasharathi. Lord Ram is called Dasharathi. Hanuman is called Anjaneya, the son of Anjani. So this kind of words are tadhitanta. So from the existing word, we add tadhita pratyaya and it gets converted into tadhitanta shabda. Kushambena pratishtitam nagari Kaushambi. There is a nagar called Kaushambi. But what is the meaning of Kaushambi? The town which has been established by Kushamba. Kushamba was the king. So this word Kaushambi, Kaunteya, Dasharathi, Jamadagnya, Jamadagni, the son of Jamadagni, Parshuram is called Jamadagni, Jamadagni, Dasharathi, Kaunteya, Partha, the son of Pritha, Partha. These are Tadhitanta Shabda. This much you know. Okay. Kridanta we discussed, Dhatu we know, Dhatva Vaibhav we explained, Ditvam we explained, Nishtha we explained, Prakriti we explained, Pratyaya we explained. Padam we explained, Pratipadikam we explained, Vibhakti we explained, Vibhakti, Sandhi we will discuss. See what it says. Dvayoho Atyantam संयोगी वर्णयोः मेलनेन उत्पन्न विकारः एव संधिः इत्युच्यते. पढ़िए.
दयो अत्यंतं संयोग वर्णयो मेलनेन उत्पन्न विकारः एव संधिः इत्युच्यते. यथा विद्या प्लस आलयः विद्यालय, विद्यालयः, रमा प्लस ईशः रमेशः, प्रति प्लस एकम प्रत्येकम, इत्यादि इत्यादिनी.
Hare Krishna. So Dvayoho Varnayoho, between two letters. Dvayoho Varnayoho Sanyogi Varnayoho. The letters has to have some connection. You do Sandhi, it's not necessary that two words are sitting side by side. You can do a Sandhi if there is a scope of Sandhi. So Sandhi can be done anywhere. Wherever there is a scope, you can do a Sandhi. And then what it says, Sanyogi Varnayoho Melanena Utpanna Vikaraha Eva Sandhi. And the Vikar, the formation created, as I said, Sudhi plus Upasya becomes Sudhupasya. Okay. So instead of it becomes
Sudhyupasya.
Your voice, some disturbance is coming, Prabhuji.
Voice is disturbed. Can you hear me?
Many sounds are coming.
Many sounds are there.
Many noise. It is noisy.
Oh, it's not noisy, it's a network. So I can rejoin. Wait.
Prabhu, you're coming very low.
Okay. Yeah, due to network. Let me see. I'm making you the host. I'm making Prahlad the host.
Yes, Prabhuji.
And then I will quit and rejoin. Hare Krishna. Do I hear better? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
You
It
start
sounds like the mic pole is covered or something like that.
Oh, I don't know how is
Better,
that possible.
clearer,
It must be.
clearer now, Prabhu.
Now clear, yes.
Yes. Okay. So what it says is when there are two letters sitting side by side and there is a possibility of sandhi, you can do a sandhi. So basically sandhi is equal to varna vikaraha. Write down. There must be a sutra also. Varna vikaro sandhihi. So sandhi is basically varna vikaraha. Deformation of word is called sandhi. As I said, Sudhi plus Upasya. So Sudhi plus Upasya becomes Sudhyupasya. You write down these things, then you will understand better. Just by hearing, you won't understand. Sudhi plus Upasya is equal to Sudhyupasya. So Sudhi has E and Upasya has U. So Upasya is a Ach Varna, is a Varna. So because of U, the E got converted into Ya. And that's how it becomes Sudhyupasya. So the Sudhyupasya, what happened? Varna Vikaraha, transformation of the letter. Which letter got transformed? The long E got transformed into Ya. This is Sandhi. Okay. So this kind of transformation, Varna Vikaro Sandhi. So Sandhi can happen anywhere, wherever there is a possibility. Okay. So the words sitting to each other may not have much connection, but if there is a possibility of sandhi, it can be done. Also, it depends on the writer whether he wants to do a sandhi or not. Samas is also same. You can do samas or you cannot do samas. It depends upon the writer or the speaker. But in samas, the words coexisting has to have some relevance. This I explained before, that darshanam rajnah putraha chorasya dhavati. By seeing the king, darshanam rajnah, by seeing the king, putraha chorasya dhavati, the son of the thief is running away. So darshanam rajyaha, seeing the king, putraha. So rajyaha and putraha are in close vicinity. King and the son. But you cannot change it to king's son. If you make it Rajaputra, Rajyaha Putra is equal to Rajaputra, king's son, then there is no relevance. Seeing king's son, thief runs away. That is impossible. So seeing the king, thief runs away. So darshanam Rajyaha Putra Chorasya Dhavati. This is called Samhita. We explained before. Samhita is like relevance. If two words sitting next to each other but having no relevance, then you cannot do samas. But sandhi can be done. If there is a possibility of sandhi, that can be done because sandhi is a temporary thing. When you read Bhagavad Gita, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya. But you break it, abhyuthanam adharmasya. Ma has halanta. It does not contain any vowel. And the next letter is adharmasya. A is there. So ma has capacity to assimilate one a. So naturally the a got conjoined to ma. So the half ma became a complete ma. We say madharmasya. And when you read the sloka, if you split it also is fine. Yada yada hi dharmasya bhavati bharataha. This word bharata, bharata vamshe yata. Bharata is a tadhita shabda. Someone who is born in the dynasty of King Bharata is called Bharata. Okay. Like we say Kashyapa Gotra. I am Bharadwaj Gotra. Many people has this surname Bharadwaj. Okay. So he is not Bharadwaj Rishi, but he has taken birth in the dynasty of Bharadwaj Rishi. Vasishtha, Gautam, Angira, this kind of surnames he will get. So that means they are born in the dynasty. That is the Kula Parampara. So here, Bharata is a Sambodhana Padam. Hey Bharata. Okay? It's a Sambodhana in terms of Vibhakti. Hey Bharata. Hey is not written, but that is naturally understood. And as I said, Adharmasya yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata glanir bhavati bharata. So there adharmasya, the a got conjoined with ma and ma became complete. So I explained the sandhi. You understood varna vikaro sandhihi. Sandhi is varna vikaraha. Okay. So basically, the word can be transformed into a different word, or a new word can come in between. Okay. So this is varna vikaro sandhihi. And there are shat sandhis, 6 different kinds of sandhis. What are they? Ach sandhi, hal sandhi, and visarga sandhi. Ach sandhi is the sandhi happens between 2 vowels. You jot down these things. Otherwise you will forget right after the class. Hal sandhi is the sandhi which takes place between 2 consonants. And Visarga Sandhi when there is a Visarga at the end. Like Ramah plus Sharanam. Ramah plus Sharanam. So Ramah, this Visarga was previously Dantyasa. So it will become Ramas plus Sharanam. Now the Sharanam, the Sha is Talavyasha, soft palate. And the Ramas, this is dental, Dantyasa. So whenever there is a soft palate, palatal letter, consonant, and the previous one is dental, the dental will also respectively change into palatal. So Ramas plus Sharanam is equal to, it will become Ramas Sharanam. Both will become Talavyasha, soft palate. Okay. So this is Visarga Sandhi. From the Visarga Ramah, the Visarga got converted into Dantyasa. And from Dantyasa, it got converted into Talavyasha. So this kind of changes happens. So there are three kinds of Sandhi: Swara Sandhi, Vyanjana Sandhi, and Visarga Sandhi. Vowel, consonant, and Visarga. Under each of them, they're divided as per three lingas, gender. So Ajanta Pullinga, masculine, Ajanta Strilinga, and Ajanta Napumsaklinga. So vowels are three divided. Consonants are also Halanta Pullinga, Halanta Strilinga, and Halanta Napumsaklinga. Same in Visarga Sandhi, Ajanta Visarga Sandhi, Halanta Visarga Sandhi, and Napumsak Visarga Sandhi. Is it clear for everybody?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, yes.
So write down all these topics, you write down, then you never forget. So Upa plus Indra. Upa plus Indra. And in Sandhi, only the last letters are being counted. Upa has A and Indra has E. So the two most closest letters will be under consideration. So Upa has A, Indra has E. Now we will see if there is a possibility of Sandhi or not. Yes. A and E both comes under vowel. So there will be Ajanta Sandhi. These things you write down, then you will understand. So A plus E. Here, A plus E became into A, Upendra. Okay. So this Sandhi is different. Why? Because before Sudhi plus Upasya, Sudhyupasya, the E got converted into Ya. And U got conjoined Sudhyupasya. But here, Upa plus Indra, A plus E is equal to A. There is only one remained at the end instead of two. Okay, I'm just giving a glimpse. There are lots of divisions and subdivisions of these sandhis, but this is in general Varna Vikaro Sandhihi. Write it down. What is Sandhi? Now, Varna Vikaro Sandhihi. Sandhi is the transformation of the letter. It gets transformed into a different letter. Like Hari plus Sharanam is equal to Harisharanam. Harisharanam. When you split it, Harihi Sharanam. So you can either say Harihi Sharanam or Harisharanam. So Harisharanam means the Visarga got converted into Talavyasha. Okay. And in Bhagavad Gita, it's full of Sandhi. So Sandhi does not need any relevance. Two words sitting close to each other, and there is a possibility you make a sandhi. But in terms of samas, it has to have a meaningful relation. Otherwise, just by sitting with each other, beside each other, will not conjoint it into a single samasta pada. Got it? Now read what is next.
Samasah.
Samasa. See, now samasa came. And what Sandhi says more? See, dvayoho atyantam sangyogi varnayoho melanena utpanna vikaraha eva sandhihi ityuchyate. Here you notice the samhita word has not been used. Samhita means relevance. So that means sandhi can be done without relevance. Clear? Then example, yatha vidya plus alayah, vidyalayah. So vidya has a and alayah has a. Okay. So a plus a remains a itself. This is called savarna sandhi. Aka savarne dirghaha. If there was small a and later one is a, like suppose Rama plus alaya. Rama has short a and alaya is big. Then also it will become Ramalaya. Okay. So short and long, but if they're savarna, savarna means when we do marriage, we see the gotra, right? We match the gotra. So similarly, a and a, e and e, u and u, they are called savarna. Lri and ri, they are savarna. Okay. But if there one is a, another is e, so like as I said, upa plus indra, it got converted into a. Echo yavayavaha. It's a different sutra. Vidya plus alaya, vidyalaya, Rama plus ishaha, rameshaha, which I said upa plus indra, upendraha, similar. Prati plus ekam, pratyekam. Here you see prati plus ekam. Here e and a is there. So when a comes later, the previous has no value. It become pratyekam. E does not exist anymore. These are all different kinds of sandhis. Now samasaha. Samasanam ekapadi bhavanam samasaha ityuchyate. Dvayoho vyadhika padanam va artha sahita melanam samasaha ityuchyate. See, one word is artha sahita melanam. As I said, darshanam rajnaha putra chorasya dhavati, seeing the king, son of a thief runs away. So seeing the king and son has no connection. Seeing the king's son, you cannot say. So here there is a word, you notice, dvayoho, do ya to fir dvayo da padana, more than two. Va artha sahita melanam. There should be a meaningful relation, which we call samhita. Okay. If I say Ram, Mritika, Ghati, you cannot make samas because three things are different, has no relevance. But if I say Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrugna, we can make samas. Ram, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrugnascha, Mama Grihe Ayati. Hari, Hara, Guru. Hari is Vishnu, Hara is Shiva, and Guru is Guru. But three things are relevant. I want to say Hari, Hara, and Guru should always be worshipped. Or they are being worshipped. So I can make a samasa, Hari, Hara, Guravaha. So here one thing, notice very carefully, write down these things, Otherwise, you will listen and then it will go above the head and you'll forget everything. Hari Hara Gurava, Guru. Hari plus Hara plus Guru. This is Dvanda Samas. And we studied Vibhakti already, right? The knowledge of Vibhakti and Dhatu is applicable. Without that, you cannot function. That's why I taught it at the beginning. And a sincere student should keep on reading the Vibhakti and Shabda Rupas, at least the PDF I sent. Otherwise, you will always be junior. You understand? So, Hari Hara Guru. Here what will happen? We will make Dvanda Samas and we will make Hari plus Hara plus Guru. Three things. But because they have relevance, they have samhita, they can come up as a samas. Okay? Now, what will happen when we conjoint Hari Hara Guru? Now it's a single word like Ramakrishna. Pitamvara. Pitam Amaram Yasha is equal to Pitamvara. Now Pitamvara became one single concrete word. Keep in mind. It is no more separate two words. Now this Pitamvara will be applied into Vibhakti Rupas. Pitamvaraha, Pitamvaro, Pitamvaraha. Getting it? These are complex things, you know. So you should understand from the beginning. I won't be able to recapitulate everything. If you are not understanding, immediately tell me. So here, what we see in Samas, the last word is Guru. Hari, Hara, Guru. Guru is Ukaranta Pullinga Shabda. Got it? Like Sadhu. So when we will make a single word, it will become Hari, Hara, Guravaha. Write down. माताएं समझ में आ रही है? कौन है माता जी? Natarani and where is the other Ahmedabad Didi? Natarani समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं? No response. So Chanakya says Maunam eva sammati lakshanam. If you ask someone that should I give you more rice and he does not say anything, means he agrees. You understand? So Maunam eva sammati lakshanam. When somebody is not responding, that means they are understanding. Now, Hari Hara Guravaha Sadhu Sadhu Sadhavaha. Look at Sadhu Sadhuhu. There will be Visarga. In Dvivachan Sadhu, long U will come. First one is short U. You have to be very vigilant. Sadhuhu, Sadhu, Sadhavaha. So because there are three components here, Hari, Hara and Guru. So of course we will apply plural form. And the form, the Vibhakti will be determined by the last word. Last word is Guru, which is Ukaranta Pullinga Shabda. Those who are understanding, they are understanding. And those who are not understanding, they are also understanding. So, Hari Hara Guravaha. If you write down, it's very simple. It's not difficult. So, whatever the thick points I'm saying, you keep in mind. It can be two. It can be more than two words. It can be 3-4 words also. Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Satrughnaha. Satrughnaha. Gacchantah santi. Okay? But it can become a samas if you want to use it as a single term.
जैसे कवि अंतरिक्ष पिपलायन नव योगेंद्र जी के नाम है एक साथ में.
हाँ हाँ
है ना एक श्लोक कपि अंतरिक्ष पिपलायन ऐसे करके.
ना वो समास नहीं है. That can be संधि. वही मैं बोल रहा हूं कि मैं राम लक्ष्मण भरत शत्रुघ्न कहना चाहूं तो संधि करके एक जैसा दिख रहा है, लेकिन है वो सब अलग अलग। पॉइंट टू बी नोटेड। लेकिन मैं अगर हरिहर गुरवः कर दिया, देखिए इसके पीछे मैंने विभक्ति लगा दिया, हरिहर गुरवः, तो वो एक सिंगल वर्ड हो गया। अब आप हरि को हर से और गुरु से अलग नहीं कर सकते। रामकृष्ण परमहंस देव नाम था, ये ब्रजमोहन जी बहुत अच्छा जानते थे, पहले वो रामकृष्ण मिशन में जाते थे मेडिटेशन करने। तो रामकृष्ण जो जानते हैं, अब रामकृष्ण इज अ सिंगल पर्सन, द गुरु ऑफ स्वामी विवेकानंद। सो नाउ राम एंड कृष्ण यू कैन नॉट सेपरेट एनीमोर। रामकृष्ण आगच्छति, you cannot use dvivachanam ramakrishna ramakrishna agachatah. If you say ramakrishna agachatah, that means Ram and Krishna are coming together, then that is a separate thing. Understand it, very subtle thing. If I say ramakrishna agachatah, agachati agachatah agachanti, if I am using dvivachan both places in the word also, ramakrishna agachatah, that means Ram, Balaram and Krishna are coming, not is coming. But if I say Ramakrishna agachati, that means I'm using singular. The name of that person is Ramakrishna. Is it clear, Brajmohan ji? Anybody has any question? These are like the key to open the door. If you understand this small subtle things, it will be easier to open the
Can you
kingdom
repeat
of
that, Prabhu, the subtle difference there that Sarvadev had asked in Hindi, the question? I understand it slightly, Agachati, Ramakrishna, and the combination therein, but that subtle difference, can you repeat it
Yes,
once
see,
more?
you know the vibhakti, Ramah, Ramo, Rama, Balakah, Balako, Balakah. This you know or not?
Yes, yes. Yes, Prabhu.
So when I say, listen, Balakah agachati, what do you understand?
Halaka comes.
One Balaka is coming.
Yeah, one.
When I say Balakau agachatah, then
Two.
two boys are coming,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
So if I say Ramakrishna agachatah, what does it mean?
Ramakrishna Gachapao. Both Krishna and Balaram are coming.
Both Krishna and Balarama are coming. But if I say Ramakrishna agachati,
And that is one person.
yes,
Acha,
one
acha.
person. See, there is a devotee of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj. His name is Nakul Sahadev Das. The Sarad Das knows. And there is a old devotee. He is, I think, around 70 maybe. His name is Radha Vallabh Prabhuji. A very my dear elderly Vaishnava. He has seen Prabhupada. I think he got Harinam from Prabhupada, but initiation from Other Maharaj. So he is an old person. He is very fat and he cannot walk. So Nakul Sahadev Prabhu is a single person. Did you get it?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, Nakul Sahadev Das. So Nakul Sahadev Das brings him, I mean, he comes with the temple president in his scooty and he goes with Nakul Sahadev Das. So he was one day saying that I am very old, you know. I am also a little bit scared to board the motorbike. I said, you don't worry because you are not going with single person. You have Nakula and Sahadeva going with you. You understand? So Nakul Sahadeva are not two. It is one. When you say Nakul Sahadev Das, that means you are addressing one, singular. So you cannot say Nakul Sahadev Devaha Gacchato. You cannot say Nakula Sahadeva Gacchati. Because it became like Ramakrishna. When it becomes someone's name, it's a singular. But if I use dual Ramakrishna Gacchataha, that means Ram and Krishna are going. But when it makes samas, you join two Rama plus Krishna is equal to Ramakrishna. Ramas Chasau Krishna's Cheti is equal to Ramakrishna. That means a single person is named as Ramakrishna. That is samas. Is it still clear or not?
Very clear, Prabhu. Thank you.
Okay, nice. How many of you understood? Raise your hands. Good boys only raise hand. Okay. So all are good boys here. So Ramakrishna Gacchati is equal to a single person is going. Here, this is samas. You understand? With this example, you can understand which is samas, which is not samas. If it is a samas, it will follow a singular vibhakti only. Because after becoming like Harihara and Guru, I compiled and I made Harihara Guravaha. It turned into a singular. And it will always be used in plural form. Okay, Harihara Guravaha. You cannot say Harihara Guru. Harihara Guravaha, because there are three entities there. But it became a single word. But it will always be used in plural form. Like we say, my boys. Okay. So boy is a single word, which says your three children. But you are using S also, depicting the plural form. Do you understand? Anil Hinganeji? Very good. Anil Hinganeji?
Hare Krishna, Sir.
Hare Krishna. Very good. From Maharashtra.
Yeah, yes.
Jai Ho.
I
Chhatrapati
can't,
Shivaji Maharaj. Jai.
I can't understand more, but I am trying to.
Yes, gradually. See, these things,
Yeah.
what I am discussing are very lofty things. These are not very simple things. But I am
Because
trying
I'm
to.
not,
Yes,
I'm
Boli.
not attending from starting. That is why.
Okay. Yes.
But just trying.
Yeah. Hang on with this class. You hang on. Gradually, your brain will become sharp and you will understand. It takes time. Once the child goes to Gurukula under the tutelage of a guru, initially he does not understand everything, but he recites with the other children whatever they recite. And that's how his samskara is being created, inculcated. And then he goes with the flow with others. So I'm not expecting that 100% he will understand. But if you write down main things, it will open up many difficult doors. I'm making you know with the terms, critical terms, which will be frequently used in the grammar in future. Like samhita, pratipadikam, pratyaya, dhatu, vibhakti, samas, shabda, kridanta, tadhita. Now you know at least by name. We go to the temple, we know Harijan Prabhu and Haridas Prabhu and Ramakant Prabhu and Prabhu. But we don't know their person. If I say, I met Vishal Prabhu, yes, I understand. So this much I'm doing now. Introducing you to the domain of Sanskrit. In civil engineering, there is a sutra whole two part. So before the big project, like now this Krishna Balaram project is coming up. So the engineers, they make the outer sketch first. 1 acre of land with this much area, and this will be the boundary line and fence. And inside, what will be the division? So whole two parts. So I'm doing I'm drawing the outer sketch of grammar. Okay. So what I was saying, this is samasah. Light jala dena hai. This is samasah. Now read what samasah says. पढ़िए गौरांग दास.
समसनम एकपदी भवनं समासः इत्युच्यते द्वयोः द्व्यधिकपदानां वा अर्थसहितमेलनं समासः
इत्युच्यते. हाँ, if you understand it exactly, if you understand the theory, then this will definition will seem to be very simple.
Yes, अर्थसहितमेलनं समासः. येषु पदेषु समासः भवति तेषु पदेषु विभक्तीनां लोपः भवति. यथा नीलफलं नीलम उत्पलम कुग्राम कुत्सितग्राम इत्यादयः प्रयोगाः.
Understanding, Prabhuji. Very good.
Neelam, palam.
Samasa word always used in plural.
No, not plural. See, if what happens when two samasas, suppose I am trying to do Rajyah plus Putraha, write down. Rajyah plus Putra, okay.
Okay,
is equal to Raj is equal to Rajaputra. So you see Rajyah is which vibhakti?
Prathama vibhakti.
प्रथमा.
No.
Rajya.
प्रथमा विभक्ति में क्या होता है? राजा, राजानो, राजानः. राज्य कहाँ से मिल गया? ब्रजमोहन जी किताब को देखिए अच्छी तरह से, आप ढूंढ निकाल सकते हैं. देखिए
पंचमा विभक्ति.
पंचमी विभक्ति.
षष्ठी, सॉरी षष्ठी. पंचमी षष्ठी राज्ञ गिवन प्रभु जी.
हाँ,
पंचमी बोथ.
हाँ. And what is the vibhakti of Dvitiya Bahuvachan?
Dvitiya Bahuvachan Ragyo. Ragyo. Shashti vibhakti and Rajabhyam is Panchami.
No. Dvitiya Bahuvachan. Raja, Rajano, Rajanah. Rajanam, Rajano.
Ragyah.
Ragyah.
Dvitiya vibhakti Bahuvachan.
हाँ. And Shashti vibhakti?
Ragyah, Ragyo, Ragyam.
हाँ, Shashti एक one is also Ragyah, isn't it?
Yes.
हाँ, तो this is Shashti. Ragyah पुत्र, राजा का बेटा. तो राजा का के की इस षष्ठी विभक्ति. ठीक है.
तो पंचमी विभक्ति तो राज्ञ प्रभु जी.
पंचमी विभक्ति इज अपादान कारक. राजा से, राज्ञः मीन्स राजा से धन लेके आओ. राज्ञः धन मानयतु. So from the context you have to understand whether it's Shashti or Panchami. That's why I pick up this point.
Achha.
You know, every time I'm trying to unfold certain things slowly. So Rajyah, Dvitiya Bahuvachan is Rajyah, Panchami, Shashti. So how will I understand which Rajyah has been used? So what is the context? Rajyah Putraha, beta. Ab kiska beta? Na Raja ka beta. So definitely Shashti Vibhakti. Okay. Rajyah Putraha is equal to Rajaputraha. Now, what we do when we do samas, Rajyah is Shashti Vibhakti Ekvachanam. And Putraha is which Vibhakti? प्रथमा विभक्ति एक वचन. इतना देखने की क्या जरूरत है?
हाँ, प्रथमा विभक्ति
विसर्ग है ना, पुत्र.
पुत्र.
See, we are doing a samas between two vibhaktis, separate vibhaktis. One is Raja ka and Putra means beta. सो राजा का बेटा हिंदी में क्या कहते हैं? राजा का बेटा माने राजपुत्र। तो ये जो राजा का था वो का को हमने हटा दिया, है ना? So similar in vibhakti what we do, rajyaha, we will not use the rajyaha form. We will go to the pratipadik, the original, the origin of rajyaha. What is the origin of pratipadik is? If you
Rajan.
understood pratipadik, हाँ बोली, किसने कहा?
राजन।
हाँ, आप लोग क्यों नहीं बोल पा रहे हैं? मतलब आपने प्रातिपदिक समझा नहीं, इसीलिए ये टर्म्स जरूरी है। प्रातिपदिक मीन्स ओरिजिनल, द हेडिंग। और पुत्र का प्रातिपदिक शब्द क्या है? पुत्र का पुत्र विदाउट विसर्ग।
पुत्र।
So when we make samas, we take the pratipadik form. We erase all the vibhaktis. Okay, Harihi has Prathama Vibhakti, Haraha Prathama Vibhakti, Guru Prathama Vibhakti. सबसे हम प्रथमा विभक्ति हटा देंगे. And we will take the pratipadik raw form. And after adding the last word is Guru. Okay. So this Hari, Hara, Guru will have only one vibhakti. Before each one has separate vibhaktis. But when we conjoin them, Hari plus Hara plus Guru, and now we want to depict it as a plural form because there are three people together. So then the last word Guru will become plural. Hari and Hara will be as it is. So Hari, Hara, Guravaha. Got it? Here, Rajya plus Putraha is equal to Rajaputraha. Rajaputra became a single word. Now Putra, Rajaputra is a single word, the son of a king. Now I want to say they were in the Swayamvar Sabha, there were many sons of the kings. I can say. In that case, Rajaputra will be put into different vibhakti. So Rajaputraha. Tasmin Swayamvar Sabhayam Bahavaha Rajaputraha Asan. So this vibhakti will be added based on the last word, Putra. Rajaputraha, Rajaputrau, Rajaputraha. So you think in this way, suppose Raja is not existing, only Putra is existing. The way you will treat Putra, Putraha, Putro, Putraha, Putram, Putro, Putran, Putrena, Putrabhyam, Putrabhihi, the same thing will go, but Raj will always be conjoined with Putra. But actually, the changes will happen to the Putra. The last existing word will have, like I want to say, Gauranga, Pankaj, and Sarvadev. So the vibhakti will only be added to the last word Sarvadev. Gauranga Pankaja Sarvadevaha. And it will, because there are three different people, so it can only be used in plural form. I want to say things which were given by Gauranga, Pankaj, and Sarvadev. So we will use Tritiya Vibhakti. Gauranga, Pankaja, Sarva, Deva, Devaihi, Pradattam, Dhanam, Anayatu. Got it? So Devaihi is added with Sarva Devaihi, with Sarvadev. And your two names will lay innocent as it is. Gauranga and Pankaj will be same. The vibhakti will keep on changing with Sarvadev, but always in plural. Prathama vibhakti bahuvachan, Dvitiya vibhakti bahuvachan, Sarva Devaha, Sarva Devena, Sarva Devaihi. Okay, Sarva. Then, so similarly, we will use only plural form. तो इसमें क्या होगा? generally a vibhakti has 21 forms, but when you make a samas of plural, like as I said, Harihara Guru, then only the last column of the vibhakti will work. Bahuvachanam. Prathama vibhakti bahuvachanam, Ditya vibhakti bahuvachanam, Tritiya Chaturthi Panchami Shashti Saptami. Bahuvachanam will only remain. The singular and dual is out of question. We cannot use Harihara Guravaha, cannot be used as Harihara Guru or Harihara Gurau. This cannot be used. Harihara Guravaha, Harihara Guravan, Guravan, Harihara Guravena, Guravaihi, ऐसे use होगा. Only the plurals will be used. But in case of Ramakrishna, see another example. In case of Ramakrishna, you can use 21 forms, including Sambodhan, because Ramakrishna is a single person. So suppose there are two students in my class who are named as Ramakrishna Das and Ramakrishna Vasishtha. There are two people named Ramakrishna. So you can use Ramakrishna Gachatah, Ramakrishna Pathatah, Ramakrishnaha Agachanti. 3 Ramakrishnas are coming. You understand? So even though there are 2 names, but they are single individual. So they can go through 21 vibhaktis. पंकज जी कुछ समझ में आया? Unmute.
Yes, Manaman.
Very good. If you understood 60% also, it's fine, because these things will keep on coming again and again. So then things will be more clear. Okay. But if you understood 60% of what I say, and if you revise, you watch this recording, Prahlad will share, and you keep the book, notebook, and rewrite. Because these are very key points. I'm just giving you the key points of grammar. This is how grammar works. And it's extremely scientific. It's not like in English you say single Rajahamsas is goose. And when it becomes plural, it becomes geese. You understand? Has no connection. Goose and geese. But when it is mouse, in plural, what it will become? Mice. So all those languages are concocted. They just change whatever they like. But here in Sanskrit, every punctuation mark, every visarga, halanta, everything has a scientific reason to exist. You understand? Everything has been clearly explained in the grammar. There is no question of any suspicion or concoction. Understood? So what I gave you is vital tonic. Rasayanam I gave. So if you drink this rasayanam, what I gave in this 1 hour and 1 hour 3 minutes, if you drink that, then the bhava roga will go away. Okay? These are very intricate things, but very interesting. I mean, one things will be unfolded and you will be able to understand. It will be very nice. Like, this is such a relishable thing. That's why Chanakya says that Kavya Shastra Vinodena Kalo Gacchati Dhimatam. The intelligent people, the Pandits, scholarly people, or whosoever has liking for this kind of aptitude, they relish their old age because their mind is delving into the scriptures, kavyas, shastras, natakam. You read Jiva Goswami's Sat Sandarbha, you read Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad, you think about grammar. Grammar is also a direct part of the Vedas. It's a Vedanga. So Panini said in his Siksha that anybody recites daily the sutras of the grammar, it gives you equivalent result of reading Vedas. This is what is written. So these are connected, these are given by the God. This grammar cannot be out of human mind. No one can make this such complex subject. You understand? So what God gave us for us, we should utilize. So Kavya Shastra Vinodena Kalo Gachyati Dhimatam Vyasanena tu Murkhanam Nidraya Kalahenava. And the Murkhas who just studied to make money, to get a sophisticated life, after getting a lot, in their old age, Kalaha, they will keep on fighting. Vyasanam, they will get some intoxication or some addiction watching IPL game and television and movies. Some sense gratification has to be there. You understand? So they have money, they will go, okay, let's go to this football match. Vyasanena tu murkhanam, and the rest time, nidraya, they will sleep, because there is nothing to do. And the rest time, when they will wake up, kalahenava, they will start fighting about property and this and that and child and grandchild and all these things. So engage your mind in such a way that in your old age, like the cow eats during the day, it eats and eats and eats and eats. When the sun goes down, they generally don't eat. They don't eat. They wake up early at 3:30 or 4 and then they start eating. This is Ayurveda also advises us. We eat very little in the morning, snacks, kha liya thoda sa, or thoda sa chai pi liya. It's not recommended. You should eat a lot in the morning. And then when the sun sets down, it brings the food into its mouth and it chews. So the old age should be like that. You fill up your belly when you are young. You get well versed. Let the mind rotate into pious, auspicious, sacred things. And when you are old age, you should delve into these things and things. You should think about Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad, what kind of grammar Sridhar Goswami used, how Jiva Goswami looks at it, what Rupa Goswami said, why Ramanujacharya wrote like this, what can be a better life than this? You understand? Because all this difficulty, suffering, what we see is due to asantosha, discontentment. And for a scholarly person, there is no discontentment because he is always very rich in his mind. The richness is in the mind. So he does not care about anything else. Understand? So that's why one of the prominent quality of a Brahmana is Swadhyaya. And all the devotees should do it. And when we are into such a sampradaya which is so enriched with so many gems, priceless gems are there, so many books. You take one Acharya, you take only Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad, you take only Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, you take Vrindavan Das Thakur, you take up, you say one name who was not scholar. Somebody said to me one day, why you are endeavoring so much for Sanskrit and this and that? You can just do bhakti. Then I said, tell me one name in our sampradaya who was not much educated. Tell me. Name one person. Without scholarly people, a sampradaya cannot come into existence. You understand? And what they have given, why Sanatana Goswami wrote so many books? He had God realization. He could have enjoying the Ashtakalin Leela of Lord and left his body and go back to Godhead. Why he did so much endeavor, writing such big books. Padyavali is not a joke. You know, I'm not talking about the knowledge, it's God gifted. He was a eternal servant of Lord, but the amount of time and energy you need to write and restore that knowledge. You understand? Writing a book, one person writes one book in their life. And they wrote innumerable numbers of books. For whom? For us. And we should relish that. And for relishing such lofty, transcendental, exalted books, we need some nominal education. And grammar, Vyakaranasya tatra atyantikam avashyakata vartate. Ataha vayam Sanskritam samyaga rupena pratidinam niyamita rupena pathayamascha. Hare Krishna. So tomorrow is Janmashtami. All of you will be celebrating Lord's birthday. and we'll meet day after. So wish you all the best. May Krishna bestow all of us with knowledge, transcendental knowledge. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you so
Hare
much.
Krishna.
Vanchakalpadurubhascha
Vasya
kripasindhubhyacha
Kripasindovyascha
patitanam
Patitanam
pavanebhyo.
Pavane Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna.